Welcome back to our Checkpoint API series. In the last video we learned how to check the API status and run our first command. Today we will take a closer look at creating and managing objects with the Checkpoint API. This will enable us to automate many of our routine tasks, saving time and reducing errors. Let's get started. So before we begin, it's important to note that API access must be enabled on your management server, and you should have a valid session ID to authenticate your API request. So first, let's look at the management server settings here. So we go to the Manage and Settings, and then here Management API Advanced Settings. And here we can see three different options that we can choose. The first one is Management Server Only, and this is the default option. The API server will accept scripts and web services requests only from the security management server. You must open command line interface on the server and use the MGMT CLE utility to send API requests. The second option is all IP addresses that can be used for GUI clients. In that case, all IP addresses that can be used for GUI clients API server will accept scripts and web service requests from the same devices that are allowed access to the security management server. The last option is all IP addresses, and in that option the server will accept scripts and web service requests from any device. And when we do any change here, we need to restart the API server by typing API restart in the command line. API restart we do like this. So we log into the command line, SSH admin at 10.00.10, password. So API here, restart, and it will restart the API server. But after that we need to check the API status like this, API status, to be sure that the server is up and ready. And we can see here the management server is running already and API readiness test successful. This is very important. Now back to the session ID. A session ID in Checkpoint management is used to authenticate and authorize API requests. When you log in using the Checkpoint management API, a session ID is generated, which you then use for subsequent API calls to manage object policies and other tasks. So obtaining a session ID. To obtain a session ID, we need to log into the Checkpoint management API using the MGMT CLE command or a similar API client. So here's how we can do it. So this time we will do it not from the CLE of Checkpoint, but from the command line, Windows command line. First we need to find the Checkpoint folder, which is on the program files 86. And then we need to go to Smart Console. And then after Smart Console, we see here there's a folder. This is the version. It depends on the version you are running. My version is R8110, so R81 CLE. And then we go to Program, and here we can start typing MGMT like this. login user admin password. And here because we are running from the command line, Windows command line, we need to type where is the server. So we use this m and we type 10.00.10. This way, the command line will send the command to that IP address. So now we got this information. What we are looking for is the SID, the session ID, that we will use to log in again and again. Okay, so now we need to save that SID on a file so that we can use it with other commands. So we'll do the same as before, but we send that text to a file. Let's call it sid.txt. Now we have sent, so we can check that file by type sid.txt, and we see the information is there. So now, how to test what we did? So mgmt, for example, show hosts, and then we need to use the -s, and this -s option is used to specify the session file that contains the session ID. The session file is created when we log in using the mgmt login command. And this is required for authenticating subsequent API requests. So, and then sid.txt. Now we can see that the command was sent to the server and the server answered with the host name. So now let's create our first host object. So we start by mgmt add host name, and we can call it new host, for example, and then IP address is, I don't know, 10, and then we can take some color, let's see, red. And then we need to add the SID. So -s and sid.txt and enter. Multiple objects have, so that said, so validation failed with one warning. So he is saying to us that there is already a host with this IP address. So we can run again. Only change, so find any IP like 9 here or something, enter, and now we have created that object, and what we need now is publishing the change we did. So mgmt again, mgmt publish and the SID. So now we can check our smart console to see that our new host is there, and here it is with the 9, 10, 10. Today we've explored how to generate and utilize session IDs with checkpoint APIs, followed by creating our first host object. In our next session, we will delve into more advanced object management techniques. And now let's hear a quote from Matilda to inspire our journey.
Success isn't final. Failure isn't fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Keep pushing forward, for perseverance is the key to achieving your dreams. See you in the next video.
So, as Matilda said, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.